All right, welcome to the after show with the Trojan basketball family here. What an exciting game. I mean, Montana Tech came in with a physical mentality, and the refs obviously let things play. It was a tough situation to try to adapt to. Lilli, you kept them in the ball game. You just hit some big shots right away. What were your thoughts going into that?
Honestly, since the beginning of the season, we've always said control what you can control. You can't control the officials. You can't control what the other team does, but we can control what we do. And we matched their physicality, especially in the second half. I thought we did a lot better job on the boards. Obviously, there's always things you can improve on going into tomorrow, but I thought our girls did a good job of taking care of what we can control and just doing that to the best of our ability.
Yes, absolutely. I tell you what, just a physical battle, and it turned into a mental battle out of it. Angela, I saw you coaching some of the freshmen up out there, lifting them up, keeping them encouraged. I mean, that's what happened to you when you were a freshman coming up. Way to pass that along, that legacy. You know, what are you thinking out there in those tough times and just how to respond and keep the team going?
Yeah, so we knew that they were going to be starting 4 6-foot players, so we knew that it was going to be a battle on the boards tonight. And I think we prepared really well for it, but when you're in the moment and you really get the team going, like, that's exactly what we needed. We needed to fire it up, and I think there is a point when I don't think they got another O board. Like, I think we just turned it around and we just battled, and whether it was Cece flying in from the three-point line or Tabor arm barring somebody and grabbing it with one hand, like, we had to take care of it, and we did.
Yeah, you just have to adapt to the reffing, and it is what it is. I thought they did a great job of doing. They were the same both ways. It wasn't like they were lopsided, and you girls responded really well. Had some good runs there. They had some good runs. It was a really good matchup. Obviously, what you guys try to do, Bria, is you try to wear people down, and come that fourth quarter, obviously it started to show face. How do you just keep your spirits up and just keep grinding?
We always just talk like it's a 4-quarter game. Got to take it quarter by quarter, be where your feet are every time, and you get a steal, you got to run back in transition. Make your mic closer. Can you hear me now? Okay. Yeah, and like we just always talk about being where our feet are next play. Like, you get a good rebound, but you got to run your lane in transition now, and that's just what we did.
What did Coach tell you at halftime? I mean, had a little bit of a run there, a 4-point run to just be down by 1, got the crowd jazzed up right before halftime. It was big. But Lilli, did you take over? Did you let Coach Moe talk at half? I mean, how'd you come out of that? Right away, you guys had a good turnover right off the bat and just took off.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when we get in the locker room, we talk as a team for ourselves, but Coach definitely came in there and he calmed us down and he said, guys, we are fine. And they told us during practice these past 11 days, if we take care of our job on the board, the rest will fall into place. So we just got to keep, like Bria said earlier, staying in the moment and competing in every moment.
How much do you think it helps, Angela, to be, for 4 years now, and obviously a few years before that, to be in these situations, to know, obviously it takes 4 quarters, to not get rattled, and to just keep your heads and just keep running through what works and taking the coaching adjustments? I mean, just big shots by all of you, but what are you thinking as a senior, knowing like, hey, we got home court advantage here. I'm gonna take care of business.
For sure. So I'll give you an inside scoop of the first thing I said at halftime when we came in, and it said, if I know anything about DSU women's basketball, it's that the fourth quarter is our game. Like, that's when we're going to take off, and we just need to battle until then. And of course, it doesn't help. Or it helps when you show up to the gym and you have people showing up an hour before the game. I think I saw fans here before I was here. So, and then the whole entire warm-up, we just see the entire gym getting filled up, and it just means so much. Like, throughout the week, we've had such great community sport, but when you look around, you obviously are doing it for the person next to you, but it's so much easier to run your lane and give everything you got when you look around and the gym's just packed.
There was obviously a time in there, I don't know if you took a dead leg or something, but you looked like you were in pain and kind of hung in there and kept running, just pushing through it. Obviously, a lot of people don't see that, but I was sitting front court, so I got to see that, and I was a little worried about you, and Lilli about took some people out, and so, but that's just sacrificing for the team. And obviously, just again, Bria, the guy I was sitting next to was like, oh man, she's unselfish player, that Bria, she just does, the team. And I'm like, yeah, but it's okay. She always comes alive in the fourth quarter. And way to prove me right. All of a sudden, just some big shots wherever we need it, and got all your points, I swear, just about in the fourth quarter. So obviously that mentality you have of stepping up, knowing when to take the right shots at the right time is crucial. So congratulations with that. But your thoughts in the fourth quarter, just how things were going. Was it time to Bria up or what?
Honestly, my mentality didn't change. I just say take the shots when I'm open, and my teammates got me open and passed me the ball. So
Yeah, I tell you what. I mean, there's so many times too that you girls have open shots. Angela, you were posing like you were going to shoot a lot of times and take off. I know it's part of what you girls do, but I'm thinking, all right, it's time. Let's go, Angela. So,
Yeah.
How hard is it to just pass up on an open shot like that, knowing you got to run some clock and just get everybody else involved?
Well, I can't say it's too hard just because I know that the person next to me is going to hit down the next shot. So it's fun. Every team's going to give us their best, but what's so special about our team is that you don't know who's going to be their game. Cece has just been stepping it up the last 2 games. Like, she's playing phenomenal. Like, you get her the ball, I don't think anyone can stop her right now. And having that confidence, like, if I pass up because there's someone coming to double me, that's okay because someone's going to be wide open. And across the boards, our team is just so good. There's not a single person that should be passing up like a wide open shot.
You girls have so many moving parts and so many valuable assets in all of you. For the injuries that you had to sustain all the way from last year and then into this year, and the girls stepping up, I mean, it's just phenomenal who scores what, when, and where. When defenses try to take somebody away, Lilli, and just at that first 3 quarters, you were just stepping up, hitting your shots. It was like no big deal, and just that calmness that you showed was huge for the girls, just keeping them in the ball game.
I definitely think, like, as a senior, I know Angela can attest to this, but it means a lot every game, but it just means so much more. And I know we really want to make a deep run, and this is a really special group. I've never been a part of a team that I want to dive on the floor. I mean, every team I have, but I want to dive on the floor. I want to give my life for these teams because I know every single other girl would do the same for me. So it's easy to play when you have people like that around you and great people around you like that.
Yeah, and knowing your coach, I know your girls have the mentality. All of you do. You know what? You're going to grind it out to the very end, and it's just easy to see with girls jumping down here underneath. Those girls were tall and long and out-rebounded us. I've never seen anything like that, and so it's just incredible how gritty like Liv was and Sierra was in there and Tabor and just grinding it out like crazy, just getting second opportunities. Lilli saw you on the ground, threw the ball off that girl out of bounds, like just incredible stuff. And it's fun to watch you girls play, and more than just scoring and just how you play and the grit with which you play. So I know you got families waiting for you. Thank you very much. Can't wait to watch you girls tomorrow night. You've earned it. Looking forward to another game of Trojan basketball.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Go Trojans.
All right, Coach Moe. First of all, congratulations. What a tough team. What a tough matchup. For 3 quarters, it looked like it was just a coaching battle out there of just scheme after scheme. So take me through what you did to change up, because right away it seemed like in your press they got a lot of easy layups, and then obviously taking those timeouts and getting that fixed. What did you see that you needed to get to help out with the defense there?
Yeah, the press we started the game out with, they had some really good rotations to it, and we were just a little bit slow on some of our rotations, and so we went to one safer trap and then did some man-to-man stuff just to try to keep them off balance. They're a good team. I mean, we're in the national tournament. Every team is really, really good, really well coached. They made an adjustment. We made an adjustment. And that's what's fun about these, when you play against really good teams, it's just that chess match of like back and forth. But I'm so proud of the way that our team responded every single time we put a challenge in front of them. And it was a really, really fun game.
The biggest difference overall, what kept them alive was the rebounding. Wow, they were physical, they were long, they were aggressive, they were charging after the hoop. Was there anything you could do to counter that? I mean, it's just tough when, you got who you got, and as physical as those girls were, what were the changes you made, or at least talking to the girls about the rebounding?
Yeah, I mean, they're one of the best rebounding teams in the country. They have great size, good athleticism, and they were super physical. And they let us play tonight, which was really fun to see the officials kind of just let us play and let the play on the floor dictate the outcome. I'm really proud of the way that our team responded. Even though we gave up a bunch of old boards in the second half, they were sending 5 on the glass, and it was a battle. And to see like our guards come in, like Sierra and Bria and Liv and Hampton come in and help out with the rebounding because the ball was getting tipped around. They challenged us. And I was really proud of our response from our players. Like tonight, Tabor Teal had 9 rebounds, and they were hard-fought rebounds. And like Tabor, 9 rebounds, 7 points, 4 assists. The numbers there don't match the impact that she had because her plus-minus was plus 28. Like what she does on the floor is so impressive, and she allows us to play the way that we want to play. And I can't be more proud of how our team played tonight.
You know, you're talking about the plus 28 with Tabor Teal. You're absolutely right. Obviously, it wasn't going to be her offensive night with who they had guarding her and double teaming her, but it didn't seem to phase her. And obviously, she made the impact all over the court with the rebounding, with the free throws, and just making smart passes and things like that. And so, yeah, there's so much more to the game than just scoring. But on top of that, how about that freshman fourth quarter to get things going? I mean, it was 4 possessions, 4 threes. 2 of those girls, Hampton had 2, Simmons had 1, and then Lilli stepped back just by half court there and launched one and lit the sky up. So that was fun to see that. Obviously, that was what you were looking for and waiting for, and it was great to see it in the fourth.
It's so much fun. You know, I've been talking about this team's superpower is their togetherness. And, like, they trust each other. Like, it doesn't matter if Angela, as a senior, goes one more to Hampton, who's a freshman. Everyone on that team believes that shot's going in. And it's just so much fun to see that team belief, that team camaraderie, that team chemistry just, like, propel us to, like, the next level. We've been joking all season long because we've been shooting a little bit below where we want to be shooting percentage-wise. And we said law of averages means to come next tournament, we're going to shoot the lights out. And so it was really fun to see us shoot 47% behind the arc tonight. And if we keep finding those great shots with the belief that we have in each other, I don't see anything changing going forward.
Well, I was going to talk about that, too. I don't know that I've seen it very often, but we just about had a better three-point percentage than we did regular field goal percentage. I mean, it's only 1 point off, a 48.2 to a 47.2. The threes were hitting tonight. We needed it. Obviously, with that size and the length, getting those outside shots was crucial. So what are you expecting with these 2 teams coming up with the Governors and Arizona Christian?
Yeah, both teams are really good. They're really well coached. I was looking at Arizona Christian's coach's like profile, and he's got like 700 career wins, something like that. Like, he's been through it. Both teams are good. Governors is, they're a little bit smaller, quicker, really, twitchy and can get to the rim, and they play really physical team defense. Arizona Christian's a really good team as well. They got 2 kids that can really, really fill it up. Whichever team we end up going against tomorrow is going to be a really fun matchup, and that's what you want in the national tournament. You want to play against the best teams, and I'm so excited going forward.
Well, we were thinking, too, about this first-round matchup. I mean, it was incredible, those first 3 quarters. I mean, it was just back and forth. And so, like I said, too, and you mentioned the chess match between coaches and players and how they all responded on both sides made for such a great game. You wore them out in the fourth quarter. It showed. And then our girls got hot and took the momentum. How much did the crowd help? I know we're at spring break, but it seemed like a pretty good crowd for the field house.
Yeah, for not having a ton of students, man, the crowd was awesome. Like, Madison is such a cool place, and DSU is such an amazing place. And to feel the support and all of the celebration and praise that comes to our players because they work so hard and they deserve it, it just propelled us. When we started going on that run in the second half, and they could use the crowd behind them to keep, motivating them and keep pushing them. I mean, playing at home is such an awesome opportunity, and we feel very, very lucky to have it.
Well, Coach, once again, congratulations. Moving on to the second round. We're going to play again tomorrow night at home, so obviously wish you the best. I know you want to get to your family and watch this game as well. So,
for sure. Thanks, man. God bless.